Donald Trump has escalated the threat of a trade war with Europe, warning that the US will slap a tax on cars made on the continent if the European Union, EU, retaliates against tariffs on imports of steel and aluminium. Trump trade tariffs, Europe threatens US bikes, bourbon, and blue jeans. Read more. The American president made a surprise announcement this week that he intends to impose a 25% tariff on steel and 10% on aluminium in an attempt to protect US industry. The European Commission President, Jean-Claude Juncker, said the bloc was prepared to respond forcefully by targeting US imports such as Harley-Davidson motorbikes, Levi's jeans, and Kentucky bourbon whiskey. On Saturday, Trump hit back in typical style, writing on Twitter, "If the EU wants to further increase their already massive tariffs and barriers on US companies doing business there, we will simply apply a tax on their cars which freely pour into the US. They make it impossible for our cars, and more, to sell there. Big trade imbalance." In another tweet, the president railed against very stupid trade deals by earlier administrations and said other countries laugh at what fools our leaders have been. No more. Trump has previously attacked car manufacturers in Europe, especially in Germany, with which the US has a huge trade deficit. Last year, in an interview with the German newspaper Bild, he criticized companies such as BMW, Daimler, and Volkswagen for failing to produce more cars on US soil and threatened a border tax of 35% on vehicles imported to the US market. A few months later, at a closed-door meeting with EU officials in Brussels, he was quoted by Der Spiegel as saying, "The Germans are bad, very bad. Look at the millions of cars that they sell in the US. Terrible. We're going to stop that." BMW, Daimler, and Volkswagen operate some of their biggest factories in southern, Republican-leaning US states. German car makers employ about 33,000 workers in the US and German automotive suppliers about 77,000 more, according to Germany's Automotive Industry Association.